Hello guys, so today we will see proxy design pattern. This is one of the structural design patterns which are concerned with how the classes and objects can be composed to form larger structures. This pattern is used to provide a placeholder like a wrapper class for another object to control the access to it. It is used to create a wrapper around an object that restricts access to that object, either by performing additional actions before or after its method call, or by denying access to certain methods altogether. This pattern has three main components. So first one is the subject interface. So this is the main interface that defines some methods. The next one is the real subject. So this is the object which implements the subject interface and which the client wants to access. And the third one is the proxy. So this also implements the interface but can add additional functionality such as logging or security checks before or after a method call to the real subject. So suppose we have this image, okay? We have an image interface, okay? This is an image interface. And then we have another class that is, let us consider it as a real image, okay? So that is just an image is just an interface, okay? And then real image is implementing this interface. Then what we would have in proxy pattern is, so the client would not, so this is our client, okay, either a front end or another service which is accessing our project. So this client wants to access this real image, okay, this client wants to access this real image, but then we want to do some additional checks, okay, before letting the client access the real image. Or suppose we want to do some processing after the whatever the operations are done. So probably if we want to do some security checks, if the client is the expected client or not, or suppose if we want to check if the file name is proper or if the request is appropriate or not. So all such checks we can do before passing any request to the real image. And also after the image processing has been done, if we want to call some methods, okay, after the image processing like resize or something like that, so that also we can do in this proxy pattern, right? So here what we will have is, instead of the client directly calling the real image, we will have this proxy before this real image, okay? We will have a proxy, okay, we will have this proxy. So this also will implement this image interface, and it will also implement all those methods, but then it will also have this actual object within itself, and whatever the operations which we want to do before actually making the client access this real image, all those operations also we can do in the proxy image, okay? So now this client will directly interact. The first point of contact would be this proxy class instead of the real image class, right? If you want to restrict any methods access or on this real image, or if you want to do some operations, then this proxy pattern would handle all such scenarios. So here our real interface would be this image object, okay, the actual subject would be this real image which the client wants to access, and then we would have the proxy image which is acting like an image. So the client thinks that this is an image which it is actually accessing, but then this proxy would act as a proxy for this real image, okay? So this is the proxy pattern. So here we have this image interface with one display method, okay, and then we have this real image which is implementing that image interface, and it is overriding the display method, okay, it is displaying the name of the file of that image. And then we have some other methods like load from disk and all such methods, okay, and we do not want the client to directly access this real image, so we will have another class named as proxy image that would also implement the image, and then it would have and access to this real image. Okay, so if the client wants to access this real image, it has to go through the proxy. So in the proxy, we can have some other methods, some security checks, or something which we want to do after calling the methods of real image. All that we will do in this proxy image class. So here also we are overriding the display method of the image, and then we are using the actual real image to do the operations. Okay, we are calling the display method internally. We are calling the display method of this real image, right? So this is the proxy pattern. The main advantages of this pattern are improved security, because we are able to do the security checks before accessing the actual object. It improves the performance, decoupling, remote access and caching. This pattern is widely used and it is a powerful tool for managing access to objects in an application. It is useful in distributed systems. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified for the next videos. Thanks for watching.